All right, and we are live. We're just drawing right now, just drawing, making comics, and whatever we want to do. Uh, I think it's a drawing stream, so anyone in the chats, anyone coming in, thanks for coming, and we're just going to be doing what we usually do, but live. So here you're on my channel. I'm Frank Salazar, and right now I'm just doing a little mini comic, and I'll probably start paneling another comic after I finish this one. And with me is Empvo DIY, Do Your Own Comics, Imperium Vol, aka Peter Seckler, and also
Howdy, how's it going?
What is up, Total Excellence? So, with me, dudes, I'm having an excellent time. Just drawing with cool cats like you guys.
All right, well, thanks. And you just blew my eardrum, by the way. I'm
sorry.
So
I tend to do that on all my streams. So I'll put like a warning of headphone users.
Yeah. What are you working on, Peter?
I'm working on this is page 7 of Scarab Force. If it gets done.
Is that going to be published in anything?
This is I haven't decided yet if this is going to go into a Cosmic Unknown. It could conceivably go in there because it's got a lot of space scenes and there's a magic character in there, so it kind of fits in there.
It's got all the elements.
It's got all the elements. Like, I don't know if you've seen. This is whoops. Here, I'll show you. This is the first page, and then somebody's singing.
Oh wow!
Hold on.
And then there's an alien.
I wasn't sure who that was.
It's got to be over at Nick's house, right?
Yeah, it's a ghost from Christmas past.
There you go.
You know.
Because I live alone, so if someone's singing here, I'm in trouble. Yeah.
It's the previous apartment resident.
Apartment ghost.
The apartment ghost.
Apartment ghost.
They never did find the body.
Until now.
They're trying to get their deposit back.
Family friendly.
From previous shenanigans. Whoops. Whoa.
So for those that don't know what Cosmic Unknown is, that's the theme we're doing for the 9-Volt comics.
Yep, that's the next one. So that anthology will be coming out. Well, the soft due date is in March, which seems like a long ways away, but it's really not. It's because you figure we're at the end of December, so we got all of January and then all of February, and February is a short month, so it's not a long time. And then we'll be look, there's all 3 of them. So Frank's got them up there. Yeah, so we got the superhero book, the pulp book, and then the holiday special. And Scarab Force originally appears in the superhero book. And if you go to the superhero book for a second, go to back to the first one. You see the guy in the green with the yellow belt.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, this guy?
Go down.
There
that
you go.
guy. That's Jade from the Scarab Force, and you see the ship, the one that looks like a beetle. Is in there. Oh, the purple guy behind him. See the purple guy or the big guy, the robot with the
drill.
With the drill. That's also part of Scarab Force. And then there's the ship, which is the Titan Beetle. So it's a story with these guys, and then also the other team members. So there's there's Garnet's in there too. Actually, I didn't realize he's over to the left. Hey, Jeremy. Hello.
Yeah.
So
Jeremy and Judd are in the chat. So hello, guys.
What's up,
Scarab
Judd?
Force is kind of like I like to say they're kind of like the Power Rangers, but they're more like this Fantastic Four. So they all have different colors, right? There's Jade, Onyx, Garnet, and Moonstone, and there's actually a fifth member called Topaz,
Cool.
and she's also in one of the other comics, but she has not yet joined the Scarab Force. She's like the unknown member so far. So there they are. Yeah, there's the Scarab Force. I'm so embarrassed looking at that too because I mean that was not that long ago that I drew that, and I was using it for reference to draw the new story, and I'm like, oh, this is not great, you know. So I feel like maybe I've improved now. It's a good thing. I think it's a good thing when you look at your art and you go, you know what, I'm better than that now.
No, most definitely. Sorry if I interrupted you, but yeah,
not at all.
Yeah, you could tell within your growth if the art that you're looking at back then makes you cringe, then it just tells you within volumes that you have grown as an artist. Like, if you go to my Instagram, holy crap, dude, I cringe so hard. But, I mean, those were...
when you go back like a year and you go, whoa!
No, not even that, like 2 years ago. And I was drawing, like, manga and all that stuff, and, like, you could tell from my art, like, I have evolved big time. So it's like, holy cow, I can do so much better.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, man.
Here's to cringing, you know, here's to, like, you know, recognizing that you can improve, really. I think it's awesome. It's a good deal. I just noticed Scarab Force is back-to-back with Captain Courage.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
In that book. I think you're the next story up, or after mine, Frank.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah. So you got to do a Captain Courage story so we can keep the tradition going.
Oh, man. I was thinking about it.
What I'm excited for Captain Courage is the anthology. That one I can't wait to do.
Oh, the Elseworlds?
No.
Idea that he had?
Not Elseworlds. That one, I'm talking about Frank's, like, he wants to do an anthology for Captain Courage.
That's the one. The Elseworlds.
Oh, it is? Gosh dang it, man. See, this is why I need to catch up with you guys in this Discord.
Right. Yeah, I want to do and that's going to be, I'm going to push that back a little bit just because I still got to finish other stuff and I got to get a lot of things in order.
Of course.
Yeah, that one is will be kind of a promotion for Captain Courage, but I'm going to open it up to other artists and writers to do their own version, their own story, and it's non-canon, so it can be otherworldly, it can be alternate worlds, alternate dimensions, whatever. It's not going to connect to the Captain Courage story that I'm doing now. And I still gotta work out on how to get creators where they can actually benefit from it. Because I'm, Pierre and I are in the AAA Discord, and we are very much of the DIY mentality. So we're just kind of figure things out as we go. So the 9 vote, like, no one really makes money off this.
Wait, what? We don't get royalties? No.
You wouldn't be the first person to ask. Yeah, nobody gets anything. But it's set up so that it's set up so that you can make the partnerships and connections to and gain the skills to, like, if let's say you submit your story to a 9-volt anthology and you're like, okay, good, it got published. I got my name on it. It says copyright me. You retain all your rights. Then you got it done because you met the deadlines and all that stuff. And you got it polished. Then you could take it out and then, maybe you did 8 pages. That's not enough to self-publish into your own book, but maybe you add it with a couple other stories that you also did. Right. And now you got 24 pages. That's good for a comic, right? So you do 3 of them. And all the skills you learned setting your story up, you would use those to self-publish. Or maybe you eventually met somebody who was willing to work with you on writing or willing to work with you on art. So like I ended up doing some stuff with Evan Hill.
Oh, cool.
And he also, he's done some partnerships with other people. So I did the art for the back half of the Ninjak story that's in the pulp book. I think the last 8 pages.
Oh, cool.
And stuff. And he did the writing for Robin. I forgot Robin's last name, but he did the writing for Robin's Star Barbarian story, which is in the upcoming one. Mm-hmm. So, you start making these connections and you're not investing anything, and also, most importantly, the publisher is also not investing anything. You get stuck with like a print run of I got 100 books to sell, and then I got to pay people. I'm sorry, so the books never sold, so nobody's getting paid. The way we did it is, and the way I justified it for the first 2 books is I'm the majority of both of the first 2 books. I did 40 pages out of 120 in the first book, and then I did 39 pages in the second book. In the holiday book, I did 6 pages. I didn't quite do as much. Right. But I'm in the exact same boat as everybody else. I don't make a dime from it. So what I do is we put the book together, and it's kind of like there used to be a show called Our Gang. You ever see Our Gang?
Our Gang.
You never saw it. It might be a little bit before your time. The Little Rascals, right? The Little Rascals.
Yeah. Okay, I know the Little Rascals.
The Little Rascals had this episode where they put on a show in the barn. They got like kicked out of some theater, so they put on their own show. So that was my idea. It's like, hey, let's put on a show in the barn. We'll all get together. We'll make stories. We'll put them in this book. We'll get the book published, and we'll do it at 0 cost. And we did it. And now, if you want a copy, of course, you got to pay whatever the publisher charges. So it's like wholesale. So that 124-page first book was $6 or $7, $6.90. Which is super cheap for a 124-page comic, right?
Not bad, yeah.
And then the pulp one's a little bit more expensive. The prices started to go up, so it's 224 pages.
Oof.
And it was $11.90. However, I'm so sad that this was not able to be done. Kablam was willing to print it and sell it to me, as the publisher for $8.
Wow.
Which is great, but they wouldn't allow anybody, they wouldn't put it in the catalog for other people to buy for $8. They had a mandatory 30% above list for non-customers. And by non-customers, I'm the customer because I'm the one who submitted the print job.
Oh, wow. That's
so
crazy.
I couldn't get
Kablam does that.
Yeah, I couldn't get it going with Kablam. So if Kablam is listening, this is my problem with you, Kablam. No communication.
Someone send this to Kablam.
No communication. I like Kablam. I want to be part of their world because they own IndiePlanet.com, which is, I think, one of the greatest indie catalogs and online shopping sites that you can get comics from. So I submitted. Actually, I could even look and see if it's up there yet. I think my stuff has been in the queue to be published on their stupid website for 6 months. It's not 6 months, at least 3 months. And nobody answers emails. They don't accept emails. The only way to communicate with them is you have to go on the website and use the messaging form on the website. So you click the button and write a message. And then if I want to read messages, I don't get any notification or email. I have to go back to the website, log in, click messages to me, and see if there's a message back to me.
Right.
So Kablam, if we want to work with you. We want to be submitting. I totally want to. I totally want to have my stuff in Indie Planet. You guys don't realize we had a 124-page book, a 224-page book, and a 107-page book in the space of about 9 months. So, we would be good people to work with for you, and we totally want to be there. And then I self-published my Frankenstein book, which is a 16-page comic. I did it on Newsprint. I had the opportunity to go with Kablam, and I did not. I chose RA Direct because at least somebody would answer my email. Yeah, wow. So you lost out to RA Direct on that. Also, RA Direct offered newsprint, which is what I really wanted.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the only thing that I didn't like about it, I think I have a copy of it. Let me see if this is okay. Hang on. I got a copy of it. This is actually not the right one. This is the Lulu edition of Adam Frankenstein. I'll put it on camera here for a second.
Okay.
And there it is.
Oh wow, that looks nice, dude.
Yeah, it's good. It's nicely printed. It's a floppy comic book. It's staple bound.
Wow.
It's black and white. This is the Lulu version, which has a nice thick cardboard cover. But I didn't want a thick cardboard cover. I wanted a floppy, magazine cover.
Right.
And so RA and newsprint inside. So RA Direct agreed to do that, and it came down to a unit price of $2 an issue.
Wow.
Really?
That's
Awesome.
really good for newsprint, right?
Yeah, for newsprint, and
Nice.
so.
And how many
Kablam.
pages is that?
This one is only 16 pages. However, it feels so. This is the thing. It's only 16 pages. Let's see if I can see. You can see how thick it is. It doesn't look that thick
really
on the
nice.
Lulu edition, but on the newsprint, hang on for a second. Let me get you a copy of that.
Yeah, now I got like a crap ton of questions after seeing that. It looks really nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot! Slap them down. That's what you know is you're ready to read.
My dog is barking.
It's okay. It's pretty common with dogs when I'm around.
Okay, this is the newsprint edition. This is the one I actually really kind of paid for. So the reason I did Lulu is for international customers. Like Lulu can print and ship internationally for about $5.
Guys, wow. Yeah,
So
I remember Frank telling me that. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I have somebody in UK or wherever who wants a copy, I can get it to them. But this is the newsprint edition, and you can tell it's it is really floppy. It's really magazine-y. And then it's newsprint inside, so you can see it's not white. It's kind of an off gray, which I love. Floppy cover.
Is it in color or black and white?
Totally black and white, which is
nice.
So I know that's a bit of a controversy. Like people love color. The cover is color. It's purple. You can see the purple on it. This is the two editions side by side, and there's not much of a difference. Maybe a little bit of a difference.
I see a little bit of a difference.
It's a little bit darker on the Lulu.
Yeah.
But I like black and white because it's a manga thing or manga thing, right? It's there's something that's very simplistic about it. It gets everything across. It's also I'm not a great colorist. I'm not even a good colorist. I don't think. I might very well be a very bad colorist. And it would also slow me down by a factor of about 3. It would probably take me 3 times as long if I had to color these pages.
Well, I think the best thing, because a buddy of mine, like I chat with, he told me, like, if you're good at doing like black and white, it's pretty much like if you're good at doing black and white, then you'll be good at coloring. Because you're learning how to do values of like grays, how to lighten it, how to darken it, and stuff.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that helps out. And I've been doing this cover challenge on Instagram. It's the Indie Comics Team Up. Have you heard of that?
No, I have not. You guys gotta hit me up with these places, dude. Shoot.
Right, I'll post some information. Actually, the last weekend I think it's over. Could it be over now? It might be. No, it's this weekend is the last weekend. Okay, so here's what it is.
Okay.
So Indie Comics Team Up is basically you go to Instagram and the first week was Golden Age. You go find a classic Golden Age comic cover and you replace all the characters with your own characters.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, Judd Goswick says, I've gotten a good deal on stuff. I like them in general. Sometimes they don't pack books well. You probably got role-playing game stuff, Judd, I'm guessing. And that's how I knew them. I only knew them from role-playing games, and I didn't know much about the packing. However, on comic books, the gold standard, the gold standard on shipping a comic book is something called the Gemini mailer, right?
Yeah.
So actually, check out what Lulu ships in.
Well, Judd has gone, I think, all 3 of the 9 votes from Lulu.
Awesome. First of all, hang on. Whoops. I'm basically doing this clip-on thing with my camera here. My cam, I clip it onto my body. This is the Lulu mailer, and you can see it's been used a bunch of times because me and Evan Hill have been mailing crap back and forth to each other using the same Lulu mailer. I think it's been used like 4 times.
Okay.
Oh wow!
It is the equivalent of a Gemini mailer. It's almost the same thing. So their comics.
I gotta save those in.
Yeah, save your mailers. Save your mailers. It's got this inner flap kind of dealy, and you stick your thing in there, and it never goes away. The reason I started saving them is I actually bought a little. I went on Amazon. I'm like, Gemini mailers, the way you ship comics, so I got to get some. It's like $1.50 a mailer. So, and I got I don't know, I can't remember how many I got, and I got one. You get them in bulk packs of 20 or 40 or something like that, and I got one. Might have got a double shipment of it just because it was going to save me on shipping, and I still have some left. But after that, every time I would get a comic, every time I would get a Indiegogo, or if they used a good mailer, I saved the mailer.
Yeah, of course.
And obviously Evan had the same idea, because I mailed this. I think I got a comic in this originally, and then I took it and I scraped all the stuff off, and I sent something to Evan. I sent to him. He did the exact same. He scraped it all off, sent it back to me, and I'm about to send him some more stuff. So using this until it falls apart, we're going to be using this.
That's awesome, man.
Man,
but anyways,
we can use those for the mini comics exchange when you start doing that again.
Maybe. Actually, I don't think these would be great for the mini comics exchange, because the way it works is you get this cardboard outer flap, and then it has kind of like this inner pocket. Well, maybe you could. Maybe it would work pretty good, but you probably want
shove a bunch of them in there.
Yeah, you might be better off, because it's bulky cardboard.
Okay.
And the mini comics are usually pretty thin. You could get away with the number 10 envelope, the standard, right? And if you do that, by the way, if you're sending anything internationally, try and use number 10 envelopes, even if you have to send multiple, because they will kill you on postage. If you send a package, like if you send, let's say I send 20 mini comics to somebody and I put it in something like this, it's $25. But if I put it in 2 number 10 envelopes, it's $1.50 each. If I'm sending it to Australia. So actually, Australia, it was controversial, because not only did they also kind of ruin the package, I sent them a whole package to Sideburns.
To Sideburns, which is in the chats if you're still there.
Yeah. Oh, he says, I got the 9 volts there, and they came with game books are 8.5 by 11. That may be an unwieldy size. I think you're right, Judd. I think you're totally right. That's been my experience as well. My game books did not come packed so nicely as most of the comics did. Or I think I got White Star, which is a sci-fi version of the White Box D&D set. But it's like the sci-fi version of it, and that was like on a little tiny. It wasn't 8.5 by 11. It was like a little tiny booklet-sized 6 by 9 book or something like that. That was packed pretty well. This just a question from Judd there, but yeah, I think that the comic book world has a lot to steal from the RPG world as far as their DIY scene, because there's tons of people doing it, and they've got some shipping and some. Back before Google Plus imploded, we had circles of people and, networks of people that would like, oh, this dude's putting this thing out, and it's only coming out on, it's only going to be available on this one obscure website. But the word would get out, and it would float through the whole scene so quickly that everybody got a copy of it. Just like that White Star role-playing game. And, I have a bunch of these little one-off, little small role-playing games, and even the ones that are kind of big, that were Kickstarters from Goodman Games, all happened because of Google Plus. And now, of course, we don't have Google Plus, and I don't know. I'm off of all other social media except for what are you on social media, Frank or Ichthy? Are you guys on Facebook still?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, but I only use it to really promote my stuff and links and things like that. But I check out the Artcasters Facebook group run by.
I'm thinking about getting back on there. I know that Marsh got booted.
Oh no!
Yeah.
He got kicked off, and he still doesn't know why.
Marsh had a group on there, I had sent a request to join it. And then he got put it right after, so I'm not sure if I'm still in the group or if I was never approved or not. But
he says he doesn't know why he was booted too. I got booted. Yeah. I literally got booted I think it was 2014 for having a fake name. But everybody
wow.
had a fake
Yeah,
name. I was going as
That's
I had
dumb.
Peter Rabbit, and somebody reported me, so I went back on. I changed it to Peter Rarebit. I thought maybe that would be a little bit more obscure. Then I was booted again, and then they're like, submit. This is what they said. They sent an email that says, submit us a copy of your driver's license.
Whoa.
I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah,
So
right?
Your Peter
And-
Rabbit driver's license.
yeah, this is back in 2014. So I was like, and so what happens if I don't? And they're like, everything will be made invisible. It'll be as if as if you disappeared.
Whoa.
And I was kind of thinking about getting like, this is, everybody has that feeling every once in a while. Maybe I shouldn't be on social media. But,
right.
but I want to be able to see my nieces and nephews. I want to be able to, because mostly it's family connections.
Yeah.
And but then I have that feeling, right? Maybe I should get off. And they said, okay, we're going to make everything invisible. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll be right back. And then I just never contacted them back in 2014. So that's it. So maybe I go back on now. And, I think they even started sending me emails saying, all is forgiven. You should come back on Facebook because, we have all these new features and things.
Right.
But I'm a little wary, but I would go on as like a business account and actually go on with, I would go on as Empyrean Vol now. But that's my business name, as if,
Yeah.
just so I could join some of these groups that I keep hearing about.
Right. Hey Frank, is it cool if I can show you guys what I spent the whole day on?
I'd like to
Sure.
see it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I'll run it through with you guys.
Hold on, let me get the ban button ready.
Oh no,
The censor button.
the censorship.
Censored. It's like a red light. He has a big button. Whoop, whoop.
Oh man. All right, I shared my screen.
And Judd
Oh, you
says
got it.
MeWe is good for gamers, but not sure about comics.
Yeah, I got him. I got MeWe. I think that's where I went right after. Just as to Judd, I went to MeWe right after the Google Plus implosion. I immediately ended up causing a really dumb controversy because Stuart Robertson, the guy who created the first OSR logo that was in wide use, said nobody's allowed to use my logo anymore who goes on MeWe.
Whoa.
And he was making a lot of like crazy accusations, and so I was making jokes, and I got someone who obviously didn't quite get the joke, and they kind of did some stalkerish crap to me, and they were showing up in my communities, which was the Tunnels and Troll community, saying, "Who is this guy?" And so anyways, so. I like MeWe. I wouldn't be making comics now if it weren't for MeWe right now because somebody posted a link to those Etherington Brothers tutorials, and that's what got me, on the road to looking through YouTube videos and finding J.B. Dell and Scott Cirkland and Marsh Makes Comics. I guess
Marshall Lee.
Marshall Lee, yeah. So let's see your thing.
Yeah, I just need Frank to press the. So that way he can allow me to share my screen.
Oh, I won't be able to.
Oh, how come? Are you on mobile or?
He's on a phone, I think.
Yeah, I use my phone.
You can click share screen. Is there a way to click share screen and just go and screen sharing is easiest with two monitors. I'm looking at it right now.
Right.
Works best on a good computer. Oh, I'm out of luck here. They have a share audio.
You can just point your camera at what you're doing.
You can be like me. You can wear your webcam on your shirt. See, now everyone look. See, I just look this way.
I don't have a webcam, unfortunately. Oh well.
I got the equivalent of a spy cam right now. Although you'd immediately spot it. Like, I think that dude's spying on me with his webcam.
Maybe. Oh well, it's all good.
Well, tell us what are you working on?
No, because I finally got the chance since I'm on Christmas vacation. I worked on like character designs for my comic. The initials is JRPG. It's not what you think.
It's not Japanese role playing game.
No, it's not. It's
awesome.
So it pretty much is juvenile
expectations.
Yeah, so it's called Juvenile Radioactive Pro Wrestling Gators, and pretty much is the inspiration behind it is just pretty much my whole life living in Florida and just brainstorming the most craziest thing I could ever think up of. So pretty much the only thing I could think of Florida is just gators, and what's popular here in Florida is professional wrestling. I didn't know until like a friend of mine pointed it out on my show. Is like, you know that like literally like in the land and like literally in Orlando, it's super popular there, especially like the training center. It used to be called Florida. Oh my gosh, what is it called? I think it's called Florida Championship Wrestling, but now they changed the name to NXT for all the development wrestlers once they go over to the main roster to WWE. And I honestly did not know that, but now I know. So pretty much it's just like four brothers who pretty much live in the swamps in the Florida Everglades. And next to the swamp is a rundown wrestling school run by a former wrestler. He was about to be like, one of the main rosters in the in the pro wrestling run, but due to like a career-ending injury, he's just left, just going back to his hometown, which is Florida, and just try to run a wrestling school. But
is he human or is he like another animal character?
Oh no, he's human.
Awesome. This sounds. Is he a heel or a baby face? Is he more of a good guy wrestler or a bad guy wrestler?
I mean, again, it's like in the world of wrestling, the beautiful thing is you're whatever you are.
You can do both, yeah. Yeah,
so he could be both, but I believe now that you pointed that out, now I gotta like think really deep on that part.
You can like where it go like this is just spitball here. Like in his past, he did both, like, and he has, and like when one of the alligators starts to turn bad, he's like, I was like you once.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Frank. I'm killing your eardrums. That's just so funny.
I think that'd be cool. It sounds awesome. I love the turtles, right? And that's everything. A lot of things come from the turtles, but there's a lot from. You got 4 of them, right? So yeah. If you ever go on TV Tropes and look up, I think it's called the 4-Man Team. They have one called the 4-Man Team and one that's a 4-Man Team. But they showed like the archetypes that the characters slot into, and it's very much like the Turtles. Leonardo is the leader. Donatello is the genius, right? And Raphael is they call it the rake, but it's basically the badass. Right. And Michelangelo is kind of like the cowabunga dude, but he's super talented. But there's different ways you could slot these things. It's not just those 4 archetypes,
right?
But like Fantastic Four, same deal. The Thing is the badass. The Human Torch though is kind of the hothead, right? It was another type of archetype. And Sue Storm would be I think they actually have an archetype called the girlfriend. And then the genius and the leader of course is Mr. Fantastic. Yeah. But check out that trope thing if you haven't started writing yet. It might give you some cool ideas. Yeah. Because I'm kind of doing the exact same thing with Scarab Force. I got 4 dudes.
Right.
Jade is the leader. And he's got magic powers. Garnet is the hothead. He's kind of a mercenary type. Moonstone is a gadgeteer, so he's kind of like the genius, smart guy. And then I've also got this big robot guy named Onyx, and he's like the bruiser, but he's also kind of a sensitive. Like he's not like the Thing. He's not a clobbering time kind of guy. He's more of a sensitive.
Okay.
Giant, right? Yeah. So I was able to figure out. Yeah. So you can. You could do so much with the 4-man team, and then they also have worked out ideas for the 5-man team or the 3-man team.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go that far up, but
it sounds kick-ass. I would totally get your comic. It's this is where a lot of the to me everything good springs from. Like it starts with the Turtles.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
The real birth of indie comics.
Yeah, no, I love the mere fact that it's so again. I can play around with it because again, Florida itself I remember a few people that I was on a few live streams is like, the place you live in Florida it's like Australia, but like in Australia there's like things that can kill you, but in Florida there's like stupid ways that can kill you. Is like like we have like an overflow of like iguanas down here in South Florida. I think now like there's even like parakeets as well, and the reason why there's like parakeets flying around here is because due to the hurricane. I think it was like Wilma. When Wilma came, that's when like all the zoo animals like flee free from like all around here in South Florida.
There's like monkeys living out there, right? They got like baboons and stuff, like or something, some kind of.
There are a few. Yeah, there are. These are millionaires. So there are a few people that do own monkeys, like just only the ones that you can own as a pet.
Yeah.
I knew one person that owned a monkey and a few like exotic animals. Like you can even like own a gator. I'm not even kidding you. You can own a gator here in Florida. You have to have a special license to own that gator. But
what's like that tiger guy? The tiger.
Yeah, Joe Exotic from Tiger King.
Yeah. So. That's also in that Lord song. Was it Royals? Right, Tigers on a Leash. That's what she says at one point. It's like tigers on a leash. She's talking about rich people. So yeah. There could. Florida sounds like an excellent like backdrop.
Yeah, exactly. No, so
What's your progress is? Is it going to be a Kickstarter? Are you just going to self-publish?
I'm gonna I'm gonna do like Indiegogo and just see how that goes because I know it's perfect demographic for those people that are looking for that type of comic.
Absolutely.
And what else? I already got like the archetype of what I'm looking for. I will look in the what's it called? The movie tropes. Right? I have the 4 teams.
TV tropes.
TV tropes for 4 teams. Okay, so I'll look at the
4-man band or something like that. I'll actually post the link if I can find it.
Yeah, most definitely. So I already got an idea for my characters, but like what is it? I might even look into like the 5-man team because like now I'm having a brain fart. But so I already know. I already have an idea for these gators because my thought process with the gators is like, I don't like. Yeah, it's a team book in a way, but like I want them to be well established in a way, like character development.
Absolutely.
And how because every team book, like every team is well established. And yeah, they fight, but I mean, they're established. It's like there's no threat of them leaving in any time soon. But if it's like a team. So I want to play around with that. It's like, okay, like this is a team where, like these are gators, so they're not literally like you never seen an Animal Planet or National Geographic where they come in packs. They're mostly solo, so just the mere fact that they have to work together, it's like, ugh. I even like thought of another way too, is like to switch around the leadership, is if one of them are holding a title belt. But that's again one of the brainstorming ideas I have. Like if they hold a title belt, it's like they're the leaders. And they're the leaders till like next month, or whenever they feel like wrestling them over the month.
It sounds excellent. I would totally be into that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, dude.
So I put the 4-man and the 5-man band that are up there.
Perfect.
And it'll give you a lot of like, I don't know, ideas if you haven't really.
My channel?
What's that? Oh. Yeah, make me a wrench. Everybody is banned.
Well, you're able to post links, so that's why I'm like, did I make you a mod?
I don't know. Yeah,
not
I think
really. I think like
YouTube will not allow those sometimes. That's what I'm wondering.
Another thing I love about Florida though is Man Thing is from Florida.
It's not a problem.
Yeah. My favorite like legit company superhero. So Sideburns is like all your cameras are interesting positions. So I'm actually wearing my webcam. I actually have it like clipped to my shirt. So everywhere I look, hopefully. But then every once in a while the lens will like start to like move. So I got to fix it. Otherwise, you'd never be able to see what I was drawing. Anyway, yeah, no, your turtle comic. I mean, your alligator comic. Do you have names for the characters yet?
Yeah, so pretty much like pretty much Sandy, the Ravage. The reason why he became a professional wrestler is that he loves reading comics. So his way of like, the closest thing of him even being a superhero is being a professional wrestler.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, he read comics. He has his favorite, artists and stuff. So he names the Gators after the comic artists that he enjoys and respects. The leader is Kirby. The one that's, a brawler is Todd.
Stan.
And pretty much the one who's the lazy but the most technical and the brains of the whole group is Will. And pretty much the goofball of the whole group, he's not really much of a goofball. He's just clumsy.
Which one's Will named after?
Is it like
Will is named after Eisner.
Will Eisner. Okay, good. I was hoping you were going that direction. That's awesome. Yeah.
And then the one that's clumsy, his name is Rob.
But he should have like. So I love Rob Liefeld. Have you ever seen an interview? Have you ever seen the interview he did with cartoonist Kayfabe?
Oh my God, no, I have not. Honestly, I've seen Todd, but I haven't seen that one.
Watch the Liefeld interview, and this guy, he's like, I don't know, he must be in his 50s right now.
Yeah.
He's got so much energy and he's so much enthusiasm. It's like, it's like he's still living in the imagery. He's like, look, guys, he was talking about Wolverine. He's like, I've got 5 knives or 6 knives or whatever it was. And I thought, man, he makes you excited about comics, even though I haven't seen a Liefeld comic for a while. He just came out with that
Major
Snake
X. Also, yeah, the recent one, Snake Eyes. I've started to read Major X. I really was able to even get like first prints of it. I got a few second prints of it, but I'm trying to finish chugging through Major X. But almost definitely will look into Snake Eyes.
I saw I think it was a review of it. I think it was your boy Zach did a review of it. Mm-hmm. But I think the review is like the secret of adventure comics is your feet never touch the ground.
Right.
And he actually he goes through every panel on the comic and almost never do the feet touch the ground. People are jumping, fighting, kicking, leaping. Mm-hmm. Like almost never does a character just stand there and you're like, that is why this comic is so exciting. They're in some kind of like Mjolnir, Valhalla realm where he's fighting the Midgard serpent and it's Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe. I was like, wow, this is so badass. What a great review of it too. Yeah, I like Liefeld a lot. I know he gets a short shrift. He gets a bad rep from certain people, but
I think the reason why, I love Rob Liefeld. The art style, like itself, like. I love his illustrations of how he creates the body and stuff, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to like go for is like this bigger than life type of body. Like I've like again, I spent the whole day just sketching how I want these characters to look, and I'm just so happy. Like I finally got it like on paper. Well, not paper per se, but like on my digital tablet. And it's literally just like a fusion of inspirations like Rob Liefeld, turtles, any anthropomorphic animal you could think of. I slap it in there. So I just have the freedom to do whatever the heck I want. Because
you would have been great for the Indie Comics team up. This is the cover challenge. Like the first week was Golden Age, second one Silver Age, third week was Bronze Age, and then this weekend starting today was the modern age of comics. Oh,
really? Crap.
You could have used it to kind of advertise your comics. You would just take like a classic, you could take, any classic comic, like that one of the X-Men where Cyclops is holding Phoenix and she's dead. Take that, swap out your characters, throw them in there, put a title on there, and have it say, get ready for JRPG. And have them understand what that stands for, right? So,
right.
I did one. I can't really show it on here because I have the same problem. Actually, I can't show it. I've got it on my tablet. Hold on.
Yeah.
So I did one for Frankenstein, but I did it based on the Hulk.
Right.
So let's see if you can
I
see
saw
it
that
right
one.
here. This is
Oh wow, that looks fantastic, dude.
yeah. Actually, that's Onyx too from the one I'm doing right now. So this is
Okay.
based on.
Have you posted that one up on the Discord?
That's sick,
I
dude.
put this on the Discord. It's based on this one, which is the Incredible Hulk, Planet Hulk. There's like the 3rd out of 4 issues where he's fighting some robot.
Is
So-
the whole comic like landscape?
Yeah, it's
format.
it's not landscape. Unfortunately, this is probably my camera here, but like
I mean,
figure out
again,
how
it's like one of those gimmicks that the Image guys did. Like they literally made a whole comic within like sideways in a landscape type of format.
yeah. No, this is there it is. No, he's Hulk is vertical. He's coming straight down vertical.
Oh, okay.
On top
I
of
couldn't
this guy.
tell. Oh,
did the
holy
exact
cow,
same
that's
thing.
fantastic.
Let me turn all my layers on and turn that one off. And so I did kind of the same thing. I had Frankenstein coming down on top of Onyx, and it says "Time to Die, Onyx." But nobody knows about characters. But there are now people on Instagram who are part of that Indie Comics team up there. Like, well, I wonder who this I know who Frankenstein is, obviously.
Yeah.
But this guy's doing a Frankenstein comic, and I don't know who Onyx is, but I can see he's a robot with a big dagger nose, drill head,
Right.
drill nose.
Uh-huh.
So you could have probably done a bit with that, and I hope I'm sure there's going to be more of stuff like this. I think this is the kind of thing we all gotta like as indie creators look for opportunities to network
To put our,
and
to put our stuff out there.
put your
Oh,
stuff
trust
out
me.
there. Yeah,
Trust me, I've been networking like I don't know. I just keep losing count. That's why I barely have time to even chat on Discord because it's either one I gotta dedicate on developing the characters. Like I finally got the chance to finally create my character designs for the Gators. Like I got the size of how I want them to look and everything. It's just now what was it? And the other thing too is like, and what you said is networking. I network. I don't know how many creators, but they know.
Yeah.
And they're so excited about it.
yeah, because you got to get invited on these. Like, you got to expand your live stream world. The money shot is to get onto one of these huge live streams with thousands of people on them and say, yeah, here's my comic, here's my Indiegogo, the link to it. This is what this comic's about. This is why you're gonna love it, and really get on there and promote.
Yeah, no, I've jumped. I'm sorry to interrupt you, buddy. Sorry.
No, not at all. Go right ahead.
Yeah, no. I've gone on to the biggest one I ever gone to was Dan Fraga's live streams, and
that's huge.
Yeah, so he knows my name and everything. It's like every time I pop up, it's like, oh hey Ichthus, and it's so cool. Like he even liked my pitch and everything. It was rough, but like now how I told you guys, like it's more refined and everything. Yeah, no, he loved the pitch. I gained like 3 new followers from after that stream. So I mean, yeah, man. Everyone on the chat always says like, oh yeah, we're waiting once the Gators come out, this and that. So that's why
he's the best guy. Like Dan is so cool.
Yeah, he is, dude. I love Dan, man. He's fantastic.
It could be a little tiny channel, and he would come on. Like he came on to Marsh's channel back when Marsh was had 2 people on. He didn't have a lot of subs back then, and he came on and he was super cool and showed everybody. He talked about what he how he drew and all kinds of other things. This by the way, this is my Bronze Age cover is Prometheus Powers.
That's awesome.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, dude.
So
if you want, I'll GM you like what my characters look like, so you get an idea. Since I can't do it here.
Obviously, no, don't worry about it. Yeah, I would love to see them. I think that'd be totally kick-ass. And I think I'm already friends with you on Instagram. That's my one piece of social media that I have remaining. So other than my MeWe account.
Okay.
We got to start building up tags and getting people involved so that they know that when the book really drops. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where's my reading here? The Peter and Ichthus show. Sorry, Frank. Hang on. He said I lost control of my show. That's what happens, Frank.
Anyways, we're talking about Captain Courage.
No, go right ahead.
Go right ahead, Frank. We want to hear about Captain Courage because
Sure. Trying to find a place to jump in because Peter's saying all this stuff that I wanted to actually promote.
I'm done
Anyway.
chilling, and my new buddy here is done chilling and giving me so much knowledge. So let's talk about Captain Courage because I'm excited about Captain Courage. I feel courageous. I feel courageous after I say courage.
I don't want to anymore.
No, come on, Frank. This is your show. I'm sorry I took over it somehow, but I mean
somehow.
Networking, my friend.
This is
capitalism at its best.
I bought several shares in Captain Courage, and I'm now the majority shareholder, Frank. I neglected to mention that. I don't know. Did you see Tibar saying he's going to create the enemy of Captain Courage that called what was it called?
And that's part of
Comrade Cowardice or something.
Captain Cowardice.
And that's part of because that's what we were talking about earlier. I had put it out in the Discord. It was just a thought, just an idea.
Mm-hmm.
And Elseworld style Captain Courage anthology. So it's not connected to anything I'm doing, but anyone can come in and come up with their story and make an alternate world, whatever. He had said that, and I was thinking about a couple of things. And I just mentioned it once in a while. Nick had mentioned Captain Courage fighting Terminator Nazis.
Yeah.
So that is something that I do want to do, and I've been talking about doing. But I will have to be doing it. I have to find a certain way to do it where it can benefit any creators jumping in, because I will not be able to pay every single creator. Or any creator at this point, because it's just me in my apartment. So,
well, one thing you could do, if you really want to do this thing, why don't you create like a book for charity, and just say all the sales go to charity, and that way that would make people a little bit more willing to say, okay, yeah, I'll throw my story in a book for charity.
Right, but who's charity? And why am I giving her money?
The charity,
all the money.
I know the charities that I would pick. I don't know which charity that you would pick.
Charity Gonzalez down my street.
This be like the charity is Frank Salazar, the Frank Salazar Foundation, the People's. Yeah. What was the one on Seinfeld?
Oh yeah, the Human Fund.
The Human Fund. Yes. So yes, if you tell people that they're doing it for the Human Fund, they might be able to. They might be a little bit more willing.
There actually is two charities that I'm thinking of that I'm a part of. I don't get anything that they bring in.
So that's your way to do it. If you really want to do it, say, look, I'm going to be the editor for this thing. It's going to be for charity. Are you in or are you out? And some people will say, yeah, okay, I like that charity. I'll do it. I would do it. What's the Sideburns asking? What's the name of my webcam? I think it's let me look at it. It's a Chinese webcam. It's a
That's what it's called.
Yeah, it's Chinese webcam number 3. I don't know. AOBOCO AOBACO.
Oh, Judd is asking a good question. People keep asking me this.
What is Captain Courage's origin story? What is Captain Courage's origin story? We know he has time travel.
Yeah, that's only a small part of it. So that's actually a story that I'm going to be working on later, because I do tell part of it in the first 9 vote. It's kind of hinted at. So I want to finish that and tell a little bit more about it. But his origin story, which I don't know if I should say it out here because it's not. I'll say it. He's actually from the World War II era. He's an actual soldier.
Well, there you go. It's time travel.
Yeah. and he's actually a part of a super soldier program that they were doing their own version of it. But he opted not to get anything that would alter your mind or your body. So he wanted to do it a strict regimen program, and later he was chosen. And after he was chosen, he showed his courage, he showed his valor, and all that. He was shown the time gauntlet, which is just a teleporter. As far as he knew, that it will teleport you, but it works on time travel principle, where it sends you seconds in time into the future. It can only go forwards and not backwards. There is an accident that happens where he has to.
Wait a second, everybody's got that power.
He has to go a little bit forward, a little bit more forward in time, but he goes too far and he ends up in the present time. But he can't go back.
Well, that's pretty cool.
He can only move forward in time.
Does he have powers other than he's got the gauntlet? And obviously he could go back because he went back in the holiday special.
Well, that's what I'm going to get to it. There are ways where he can go back, but it's assisted by in other areas. So there, in the holiday one, there's actually a story that before that hasn't been told yet, and it's a collab story that I'm doing with Anna Raub. Where it's a crossover with the story she's doing now. But we're going to do a little side story where. Are
you going to cross over with N-Star?
In a part of it, yes, but it's not going to be. It's going to be its own separate story. So, but
cool.
It can connect. It can connect to both. So she has an Android character.
To the conclusion of N-Star, because it kind of ends like on a cliffhanger. Mm-hmm. Like, well, what's going to happen next? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a good story that she's working on, and I know part of it. I know what she's told me, what she showed me behind the scenes. So there's a character
if you're listening,
it's an Android character, and he's gonna team up with Captain Courage. So he's gonna be a part of why Captain Courage goes back into Bethlehem time. So
cool.
But that's gonna be like towards the end. I mean, well. We got stuff going on, so that's going to be a little side story that we're going to put out after she finishes her N-Star Arrival comic. But yeah, I want to do what?
I want
to do a little Elseworld anthology, and I'm probably going to call it Captain Courage. Not a different road. Strange Worlds of Captain Courage. So give it kind of that EC type of a name.
Oh, you want to get one of those classic EC covers? Well, this is the way to do it, Frank. I think if you can't pay people, and that's pretty common, do it for charity and make sure that you have accountability, and people might be willing to submit something for charity. I mean, I would. I'd probably do it. I'd do one, and that makes it a little bit easier. I know it's hard to get stuff. In general, I think that because of history and because of scams that have gone on, people are very wary about working for free. Like, I got this great idea. How about you do the art and I get all the money? And it's starting with the origin of Superman, right? Siegel and Schuster.
Oh yeah.
My gosh, yeah.
A history of bad deals in comics, right? It's always happened. So everyone's very wary, even if you're just a nobody and you're like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to, and it's no joke making a comic. It's a lot of work. It seems like you're doing tons of stuff. So you got to figure out some kind of incentive to get people to do things. And the irony is, it's so much easier and so much better when you have a team working towards something, but you've got to somehow get over those trust barriers. The easiest way is to pay money for it. Okay, I need help on this. would you be willing to do it for this amount of money? No? How about this amount of money? Maybe you get somebody that's willing to do it. And that is a established way to establish trust, because then you have a contract, you have an agreement, you have money.
Right.
If you can't do that, right? If you're not able to, and nobody should really. This is the thing. This is what I see in like the Comicsgate stuff. The standard way it's done now, and I love Comicsgate. I love the idea that people can go out and just make their own comics. Everything I do is just, based on just an offhand comment that Zach made when he was talking about comics. He goes, "You can make a black and white comic," and then he goes, "Anybody can make a black and white comic."
True.
And I'm like, anybody, So I heard that, and I was off to the races, and I thought, okay, this is good because I can do it all myself. But not everybody can do it all themselves. They want to do just the writing, or they want to do just the art, or maybe they feel like their writing is good, but their art is only halfway there, right? They have dreams of doing their art, but they don't want to do it. So the established way these guys are doing it, a lot of times, is they're laying out money for pros, many of whom have been, they've either left the industry or about to leave the industry. You notice that everybody's using Kelsey Shannon. He's a real pro. He's really good. A lot of people are using Kelsey Shannon. A lot of people are using Eric Weathers as a letterer. He's really good. But you got to pay for that. And that's how these guys are making a living. Sweetcast broke it down, and he's like, you should pay about $1,000 for art, for about 4 pages, and start working on your script, and you should pay this amount and that amount, and you'll have enough to put the teaser up for your Indiegogo before you even work on the book. And I'm like, it came out to about, the way he did it is about $2,500, I think, if I recall. And I'm like, I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah, right.
I don't. So here I am, knocking out my own art, and I know it's not the most pro art. I do not compare to the Kelsey Shannons of the world and the Ethan Van Skyvers. The guy used to draw Green Lantern, for gosh sake.
Yeah.
Or even a relatively unknown Russ Leash, the guy doing Only Death Can Save Us. That dude is super good, and nobody knows who he is. He's super good. I mean, he's really, really hot if you've seen his artwork, and nobody even knows who he is.
Who's Russ Leach? Who's this Russ Leach fella?
He's a super good dude. He's comic book black belt. Comic book black belt, as you might have heard of. And he's done like pro comics. He did like the Doctor Who comic for a while. He did some other stuff. You don't have to be that great. In which one? Oh yeah, that one.
This one.
That's the the British Showcase. Yeah, he's kind of like the
Volume 1.
I consider him to be one of the pillars of that group over there. Is Russ? He's really good.
And
there's a couple others that are in there. Did you get it autographed?
Yeah, he sent it to me for free.
Oh wow, that's awesome!
Super cool.
I know who Russ Leach is. I've been trying to get him on the show, but he's been super busy lately with Only Death Can Save Us.
Right.
He's also on a different time zone.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sucks.
He's over there in UK, so it's just trying to find a right time and a right day.
Right.
It's like, I need you to come on. It's going to be 3 a.m. for you, but I think you'll enjoy it, Russ.
Yeah. Hey, Imp. I looked through my followers. Are you the one that's under the 9-Volt Comics?
Yeah.
No, that's me.
No, actually, no. I take it back. That's Frank.
Oh, that's Frank. Okay. Yeah.
There's Rabbit 13. I will go ahead and make sure I follow you though.
Let's see. What's your name again?
Rabbit Fighter 13.
Rabbit. Yeah. So everyone in the chat, follow Rabbit Fighter 13.
And for anyone that doesn't know, I run the 9-Volt Comics Instagram, but it's a group effort. I just use it to promote everything that we've been doing, the 9-Volt issue 1, issue 2, issue 3. So if you want to see what people are doing in the 9-Volt comics, check that out. Check out that Instagram, and I will be posting more stuff soon. And what any creator that it's in the 9 vote, what they can do also is when they make something that they're doing it for to be an entry in the 9 votes, tag the Instagram, and just get the name out there so people can get their eyes on all the stuff that we're doing. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got 3 volumes already. We're working on the 4th one. So I mean, if you want to see what we're
and you
up
made a good
to,
point about
check it out.
the link tree. That link tree for 9 volt is great because if you know about one, you'll find out about the other 2 with that link tree.
Oh,
and
there is a link. The link tree is it's in the in my description, but it's also in the Instagram. So if you go to the bio there, all 3 9 votes, you can check them out. You can go to one, then go to the other, and so yeah. I mean, if you want to pick up some indie comics, there's 3 volumes there already, so you can go check them out. And as soon as we make more 9 votes, I'll be adding those up on there too. So
I just noticed Ronnie Gunter is in the chat. We were talking about you earlier, Ronnie. You're one of the first people I met that was doing comics.
Mm-hmm.
Crimson Owl.
Crimson Owl. Oh yeah, and I think I met Ronnie also through different chats, different live streams, and Scott Circlin, and I started watching Marsh. So Scott and Marsh were the one of the first ones I started seeing when I started looking into making comics. And also Corey Kerr, Joshua Campbell, I found them through Scott. So I would see Ronnie there in the chats all the time. So we go way back.
Nice.
I'm doing that.
All right, dude. I sent you the characters, well, the sketches of my gators. So whenever you're ready, dude.
Excellent. No, I'll check them out. I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I've sent it to Tyler. He says it looks BA, just to keep it censored. But yeah, no, dude. I spent like the whole day just sitting on my tablet.
Peter.
So sorry about that, Frank. Did I say that out loud earlier? I was talking about the turtles. Huh? I apologize.
You said it. You said it twice.
Whoops.
Damn. It's okay. It's okay. At least you're not threatened to get booted, unlike some people. I'm kidding.
Well, me saying it, that's the first warning.
That's the first warning. What was it? But yeah, dude, like, I spent like the whole day because, Tyler told me like, oh, dude, it's like, just take like a day or 2 break. I'm like, I can't afford a break. That's why I did everything in one day. So, and besides, I loved it too. Like, I entertained myself, everything. So, I mean, I think just the character design itself, like, I literally took the time and effort, even looking at, like, even the clothing for these gators, like how I clothe them with their gear, like, I looked into the meaning behind, like, the wrestling and how they wear certain things and what are the meanings behind it. So, I mean, again, I'm a huge fan of wrestling, so, it's fun to me just to, like, just put in time and effort and even putting thought behind their uniforms and stuff. So, it's a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Well, I'm totally looking forward to it.
We gotta support each other. So there we go.
Yeah,
totally true.
Have you guys heard of John David Guerra?
No,
I'm not sure.
He does a comic also that's also wrestling related because he's also a huge wrestling fan. But his twist is it's monsters. It's called Monster Pro Wrestling.
Ooh,
so he's on Instagram. He's actually been on the show before on the TuracoCreativeCast.
Very cool.
So and he's actually in Austin, Texas. Go ahead, Pete.
Is this the TuracoCreativeCast, or is this really just?
This is my channel, Salazar Art Nation.
Oh, I gotta go. I thought this was Turaco. Hold on.
Which you've actually never been on the TuracoCreativeCast, right? You've only been on my channel.
Actually, I have actually no. I was on one time with you and Anna. You guys
But
invited
that
me
wasn't
on.
the Turaco yet. That wasn't officially the Turaco yet, no.
That's true. It hadn't yet launched. Now I've
was
probably blown
actually-
my chances.
It was actually
Going on right now.
the last. Yeah, it was actually the last episode of I Can't Believe It's Not the Artcast. Because we
Through my
announced it.
weakness.
We announced it that day. Hey, we made it to 10 episodes. This is actually our last episode, but stay tuned next week for the TuracoCreativeCast. And that's its own separate channel. So if you guys want to check that out, subscribe to the TuracoCreativeCast on YouTube and check it out on Instagram. Oh yeah, we have an art contest going on the
Really?
Turaco-
Tell us about the art contest.
Yes, please.
the Turaco Creative Cast Instagram. You go on there. All you have to do really is you draw something festive, something Christmas related that is safe for work.
Darn it.
Preferably oranges.
I'm kidding.
No sexy
It can
elves.
be themed. It can be just
Just can't be too sexy.
They're
It
dressed
can't be.
modest. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it.
And what was it?
Sideburns is out. He's out of the
It
comp.
can be. Well, I seen his story in the Christmas one. That's not that bad. That's good work actually.
His stuff is awesome. I love his pinup, his saucy drawings.
I don't think I've seen that one yet. Oh, I saw some of the stuff he was posting the other day. So yeah, maybe some of that.
The
Probably not.
enforcement characters. Well, like so, Shell really wants to do a beach special, which is all just pinups, and we're trying to figure. I'm down to 5% on my tablet. When my tablet goes, I'll probably have to go. But Shell really wants to do a beach special, and what it would be is we don't just want just random people showing up to draw cheesecake pictures. So either do an established character or submit something, and then we'll a public domain character so that you can still do your thing. But there's also going to be like jokes in there. Like she wanted to do Ted Tired, which is the little detective guy that Stinch made up.
Yeah.
Like she's going to put him in some beach wear.
Okay.
I'm on my shades layer at this point.
Oh yeah. So for the contest, you can do it based on the Turaco Creativecast. You can put in a Turaco. You can some of the stuff we talk about, as long as it's festive, Christmas related or holiday related. Post it on your Instagram. Tag the Turaco Creativecast Instagram. Tag me, Salazar Nation, and tag Anna Raub Arts, and it'll be entered in the contest. You do have to be 13 and over and living in the United States or Canada. And that's really just for shipping wise, because I'll be sending out the prizes myself.
Well, if your prize
And I
fits in
don't wanna pay $40 for shipping.
if you're
For right now, I'm
envelope.
just gonna keep it to U.S. and Canada, because once I start making
you don't want
exceptions,
to
and people are gonna be
the
why
North
not-
Korea.
What? Yeah. Well, why not me? And why him? And why? And so right now it's just U.S. and Canada, just to avoid all that.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
You're gonna miss out
But
on
yeah, no,
those
that's
great UK guys.
well, that's gonna be for the next contest. We're learning as we go, because I don't want to exclude anyone. I want the UK guys, and I want Australia and all that to join in. But
Well, here's what I'm saying,
I do
Frank.
have a little-
Do you know what a number 10 envelope? Hang on, I'm going to get you a number 10 envelope. I'm going to show you the size.
yeah,
So
yep.
this is the standard number 10 envelope. This is actually not that bad. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my monitor here for a second. But
You're roboting a little bit.
oh, sorry. Okay, standard number 10 envelope. And I've sent stuff all over the world. This is usually about $1.50. to send to Australia, to Peru, to wherever. It's when you go and you start sending them this, it turns into $30.
Okay.
If your prize fits in a standard envelope, like in mini comics, so you can fit 10 or 12 in one of these. You're probably okay to send internationally. Just depends. I mean, it's a little bit of trouble, but you don't have to do a customs form, and you don't have to do any of that other stuff. So, yeah. What is MPW?
Oh yeah. That's I think it's NPW. I think it might mistyped. Nightmare Pro Wrestling.
Oh, okay, yeah. Miami Pro Wrestling?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Miami Pro Wrestling.
Is it? I thought he meant Nightmare Pro Wrestling, but it was just a typo. So Judd can clear that up.
Oh, okay.
He'll let us know, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it's Monster Pro Wrestling.
Monster Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I think he was talking about what Frank was talking about like a twist with monsters and professional wrestling.
Yeah. Hey, Sideburns. Well, number 10. It's just a standard envelope. It's just your standard, regular envelope.
Is it these?
Yeah. Yeah. If you send it and you say first class international, it's not bad. It really is not a bank breaker. It's just when you start to get into a photo mailer or like a file folder size that it starts to get really crazy. And unfortunately, so if you're going to send out, let's say you're part of the Mini Comics Exchange and you want to send out 30 comics, you might need a big envelope. But you're better off just stuffing it into 2 or 3 envelopes. You could probably do 3 of them. And then you go from $30 to $3 or $4 or something like that, because it's not that bad. It's less secure of an envelope. It's not a big heavy duty, like, if like a dingo gets hold of it in Australia and eats it, then you're hosed.
Sideburn has a lot of those, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Sideburns, he lives among the dingoes, I believe. Dingoes ate his baby.
Ate my baby.
The dingoes. I'm waiting for the. It is Monster Pro. Yep. I was watching Lucha Underground for a while. I have a huge collection of Lucha masks.
Dude, I remember
that's a great show.
I saw that. Yeah, no, I remember once I saw it on Netflix. I'm like, oh my god, thank God. Because I don't know, like WWE has lost its touch. Like they bring great talent, like Kevin Owens. Oh my god, AJ Styles. Like all these great guys, and like they just don't know how to work with them, and it's just, I don't know.
They brought these girls from Japan. It was like the Kill Squad or something like that. It was all female wrestling team for Japan, and they were like jumping off the balcony. Like, damn. I was like, whoa, that was pretty amazing. Nope, I don't like that. Let's try that again.
Oh man! So what page are you on so far?
For Scarab Forest, I think this is page 7. So
nice.
It's probably going to go to about 20. It might go to 16. I always. This is the stupid way I do things. I don't have a script. I always kind of like, I have an idea, and I kind of do a little breakdowns. Like, this will take about 2 pages. It's got about 1 or 2 pages here. There's no script. I'm going to break, and then I'll do the dialogue later. And in fact, on this one, I'm going to have Evan do the dialogue. So we're going to do the Marvel method, where I'm just going to give him the thing, and he's not going to do the actual lettering, although he's an incredible letterer. He's probably the best hand letterer that I know personally. I know there are better hand letters, but the best hand letterer that I know personally is definitely Evan Hill. But he's just going to give me the dialogue, and then I'll slot it in digitally because I have the files here.
Yeah, no, I mean, pretty much. What was it? Yeah, pretty much with the Marvel method behind it. Do not watch the documentary.
I did watch the documentary.
Oh my goodness, dude! That was literally like.
It's a perversion of it too. It's supposed to be faster. He made it slower somehow.
Yeah, exactly. So, unfortunately, since Stan Lee is no longer around to explain the method he created, they were drawing straws. Like, okay, Dan, just go. It was literally a hit piece. It's goodness gracious.
What documentary is this?
It's the 616. 616 is a show on Disney Plus, and this was a documentary about the Marvel method and how it works.
Oh,
there was no method.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, no, that was a Dan Sloth method, and it's the worst method you can follow.
So the way he does it, but he didn't. So it's supposed to make it faster. The way it's supposed to work is, the time is supposed to be all in the art, so that the rather than having to wait for the artist to complete all the pages, get the script and all that stuff. Basically, the artist gets it first, does a full interpretation, his own interpretation.
Without any little descriptions or anything within the scene. They just read the script of the dialogue, and then they just imagine it within the page. And then after that, then they bring it over to the writer, and then they'll look over it and be like, okay, yeah, this is good. This is good. We'll work on this third panel.
This right here. He's looking in this direction. He should have a quip here. He'll say this. Yeah, it's supposed to be it's very straightforward. And for some reason, and this is where I think they went wrong right from the beginning, is they actually did have him write a script, which they're not supposed to wait on a script or even write a script. They're supposed to starts with the artist. So they should have started with that dude that was living in the Winnebago, wherever it was.
Yeah. We're
not even going to talk to Dan. Dan Slott's not even part of this. I want you to come up with a story about, what was it, the Iron Man?
Yeah, Iron Man 2020, I believe. Yeah.
Iron Man 2020, and who was a guest character in Machine Man. And I want you to do the story, and then we'll have Dan Slott just write in the dialogue. And that's not how they wanted to do it. That's not how they did it at all.
No.
They went to do an actual script.
Yeah, so they waited on the script. Dan Slott, of course, was late, and apparently he's late on everything, is what they said in the in the show.
It's pretty repetitive. It's and that's the thing that's so annoying. It's I didn't even watch the documentary, but just hearing the breakdowns and the quotes and all the footage is it's you see the repetitive. Dan Slott is slow. Ha ha ha. It's oh my god. It's no, stop. This this is why people are concerned of how comics are becoming now, because it's people who are not are not well aware of comics, they'll be oh, it's just a funny guy, ha ha, he, but us individuals that some of these guys, even in the Discord, they want to work in Marvel, they want to work in DC, but God, it's you want to work with this guy, is oh God, no, please, not him. You don't want to be like that poor letterer waiting on Dan Slott to give him a script on Christmas Day. That pissed me off. Is the guy, this poor letterer is just waiting to the
letterer was
the
the last dude in the chain. So he was always, he was just waiting. And then the criticism is always Dan Slott cares more about Twitter than about doing his job. And they literally show him sitting there with the typewriter, and then his phone goes off, and he goes, "Ooh, Twitter." And he gets on the Twitter, and you're like, that son of a bitch. Every rumor is true.
That's most of his
I did it again.
It's okay.
I did it again.
Okay. You're like Britney Spears.
You're not Britney Spears. What was it? You've been chastised, man. You've been exposed. You're going to be canceled now. You'll never go to Turaco.
We're actually going to almost 30 minutes over. So.
Oh, well, that's good because my pad is dying right now. So.
Yeah, so I think this will be a good time to sign off. So, right. Pete, you wanna before your phone dies off,
that I worked on. What's that? Nice. Go ahead. So, there's my page.
Oh, you wanna tell us where we can find you?
The easiest place to find me is at the AAA Discord, but you can also find me on Instagram under RabbitFighter13. And that is it. Unfortunately, right now I'm terrible at social media. So, anyways. Thanks so much for having me on, Frank. Sorry I broke a couple of rules. I'm a bad boy for life.
No problem. We'll just have to put you on the wait list for the Turaco.
I need like a censor button. You need like the button where you hit it and it's got like the 3-second delay or something.
Oh, and anyone wondering, anyone that wanting to know what the heck the AAA Creators is, it is Marshall Lee's Discord, and there is a link tree in the description below to Marshall Lee's stuff. In there is a invite to the Discord. You do have to be 17 or over. So if you're younger, you get in there, you're gonna get booted. So, but you wanna make comics? You wanna do DIY comics? You wanna come on. I'm in 3 books now published.
We will teach you. We will teach you, and even if you don't want to do it our way, we'll at least share our resources so that you can we'll show you how we got our stuff printed. And you may not even like our publisher, our printers. So like we use Lulu and a couple other things, but you'll at least understand the process so that you can, be informed for when you want to do it yourself. We will give you that kind of help if you like.
Just have a good attitude about things. That's all. We're very much a
and he never curses.
We help each other. I never curse on there or out here. So, if this, where can we find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me. I'm most so pretty much. I'm pretty active on Twitter. It's official Ichthys, capital O and capital I for my name. I'm starting to go back on Instagram now, just slowly, progressively. My Instagram is Ichthys. And pretty much what I'm doing now, I'm working on a variant cover for the Flock comic, which is going to be on Kickstarter. I'm pretty excited. I'm doing the coloring now and trying some new stuff, just doing digital painting just to try out. And my creator-owned project, which, maybe you just join in a stream.
JRPG, what's it stand for?
Juvenile Radioactive Pro Wrestling Gators. So if you like Florida and the mysteries behind it, you love the swamps, you love professional wrestling, and you love anthropomorphic animals, this is your comic, guys. So if you love wrestling, you love just dudes that are just walk of life, this is your book, guys.
All right.
Totally looking forward to
it.
If
you like the awesome. Turtles but Gators, this is the book for you.
It's better.
It is better.
Better.
Everything good comes from the Turtles. Like all indie comics, like that's to me like the where it starts to get good, and that he's going back to the wellspring.
Literally,
so I'm totally looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, and I think I mentioned in an earlier video or stream long time ago when I was still doing on my channel. I talked about my comic company name, which is Salazar Nation Comics. And I said, well, you know what? I take inspiration from the Mirage Studios, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. Awesome. It was just 2 guys in an apartment. They named themselves the Mirage Studios. I'm one guy in an apartment. I'm gonna name myself Salazar Nation Comics. So
awesome.
It worked for them. It'll work for all of us. So, and just showing what I was working on. I'm doing a mini comic based on Captain Goggles and Mask Woman. This is kind of just a little fun intro mini comic that I'm doing. From here, I'm gonna actually do an actual storyline with these characters. So this is the cover, page 1, page 2, page 3, and this is the page I was working on the stream. So I got this done, and I just got a couple of more, and it'll be finished, and I can ink it and scan it and all that, and have it ready to be sent out as a mini comic. Might be the one for the mini comics exchange, which is something that we're doing in the AAA Discord as well. That's just a bunch of guys sending mini comics to each other so we can have each other's work. So if you want to be a part of that, join the Discord. Like I said, there's a links below. You want to check out my stuff. This is my channel, Salazar Art Nation. I also have an Instagram, Salazar Art Nation as well. I also have another one, Salazar Nation Comics, which I should be posting more stuff up on there soon. And if you want to get some PDF comics, some mini comics, some stories that have I put in the 9 votes, you can donate to my coffee account. There's a link in the description below. And, $3 and up, I'll send you all I got right now. So you'll get that in your email as soon as you donate something. And also, don't forget to sub to Anna Raub. She is my co-host from the TuracoCreativeCast. We are trying to get her to 100 subs, and she is very close to meeting her goal. So there should be a pinned comment to her channel in the chat. So check that out. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And thanks, guys, for coming in, Peter and Nicholas, and also everyone in the chats. I hope you guys had fun. We were just drawing and talking comics. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, no, thank you, Frank, for inviting me over to your show, dude. I had a lot of fun, man. And getting to know you guys, it's always a treat. I love meeting new people and talking comics, and getting to know your projects gets me more excited, and even working on my book.
All right, no problem.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thanks so much for having us on.
No problem.
No, that's it. Thanks so much.